Hey friends, it's Foam Mando, aka your Uncle Joe. It's a Saturday morning and it's a beautiful day to be alive. The sun's shining, the birds are singing, and what can I say? It's a peaceful day on the normally mean streets of Nova Scotia, Canada. Today I'd like to talk to you about the Nerf Ontos. This was designed by Impulse Ungineering, and the hardware kit for this was sent in to me by my friends at Out of Darts. I'll be reviewing the hardware kit as well as talking about the blaster as well as reviewing the build guide. So let's get started. As far as the hardware kit goes, everything was tremendous. Everything was there and accounted for, double checked at the warehouse, triple checked by myself. They included a few extra parts, like for example, they included the parts for the spring-based catch, but if you'd prefer to do the cord-based catch, they included plenty of extra cord for that. So that was really nice. All the cut parts were cleaned, everything was bagged and kind of organized properly, included some slug slime. What can I say? Tremendous. And as far as the build guide goes, as far as I'm concerned, Out of Darts really sets the gold standard for these build guides. I know that's a high bar, but it's true. They're really that good. The production value's there, the editing's there, they really trim all the fat. There's nothing extra, there's nothing more that you don't need, but it's paced just right. So the build guide was perfect. The only issues I ran into is the build guide wants you to put a little dab of super glue on the nut retention pieces and put them in that way, and my mitts are just a little too big for that. I found it a little easier to just hold it in from the other side with an Allen key, and someone on Discord pointed out that a M3 bolt with a nut on the end would make the perfect holder tool, and I believe there's even a holder tool in the files. So I found that a little tricky, but that's no fault to the build guide. The build guide was perfect. The other issue I ran into, as did my friend Maritime Foam, the file set includes 3 sizes of rams. The default ram, once it had an O-ring and some lube, for me sealed up against the barrel but would not seal in it. So I ended up printing the one that's 0.3 millimeters smaller, and once that was lubed up, it slid in no problem. So if you're printing this for yourself, maybe print all 3 and test fit it before you assemble it, or if someone's printing it for you, maybe get them to print all 3. But that brings us to something I really love about this blaster. This is the easiest assembly I've ever had. It's one of the only blasters I have where I'm truly comfortable opening it up and messing around with it and changing parts and knowing I'll get it back together perfectly. And yeah, there's a lot to like about this blaster. From the front, we've got a collet to pull the barrel out. We've got a super smooth prime with bearings and a ball detent. In the magwell, it's a skinny pusher with gravity drop. Not to brush over it, but this is the most comfortable grip I've actually ever held. In the back, we've got an adjustable stock with quick swap spring. So really, there's not much more we could ask for. The only thing I had personally thought of would be, it would be nice to have a pump return spring like on a Harrier, and oh, there's a mod for that. So yeah, this thing is tremendous. What can I say? I definitely recommend it. The other thing I really like about it is the hardware kit's really affordable, and that's because it is like about a half the normal amount of hardware you'd normally get. And there's no bars, there's no threaded rods, but yet this is the most rigid blaster that's 3D printed that I own, and more rigid than some injection molded. As much as I love my Harrier that I purchased from Out of Darts, it's tremendous, but I haven't reached for it since I built this thing, so maybe this is just a little more tremendous. So I'll include the build footage. It's a little awkward because I had to do some reaching around, but hopefully you'll be able to see how quick and easy it went together. Big shout out to Out of Darts for sending this in. If you want to pick up a hardware kit, the link will be in the description. Build yourself an Ontos, you'll be tip-top Magoo.